Hi, Steve Von Brand here for the Bass College. I'm down here in Lower Delaware today, throwing a buzzbait, throwing some other topwater, and seeing if we can pull off some of these bass that are going on their beds, or some of them that have come off, and even seeing if we can make some of the bass that are on the beds hit topwater. Now, first thing this morning, I got two bass back in the shallow water about a foot deep. They come up and hit the buzzbait, and they short struck it and missed it. Then I came into the docks just a little to the right of them in the same water depth and got that first one on video. So he hit it pretty hard, which is encouraging. So I'm going to get back up into one of the major spawning coves now and see if I can pull some more of these bass off the beds on topwater, and show you guys that these bass will hit topwater, even a buzzbait, right during the spawn. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Buzzbait. Booyah clacker buzz. Booyah clacker buzz. First thing in the morning. I've had two other explosions on it. Male, but definitely buzzbait in the morning. Almost had two others. They kind of short struck it, but this one didn't. He had it right away. There we go. Booyah buzzbait. Clacker buzz. Silver blade. Got the chartreuse head, black skirt. Decent bass. Right out of the pads, about a foot of water. Now the key to this is you got to get up into the real back bay shallows. Turn the handle real slow. Just crawl the buzzbait on the surface so that it's just bubbling. And they'll come up, just smash it, just like they do in the middle of the summer. You just have to work it over and over, hit them at different angles, barely turning the blade. That's what happens. Booyah buzzbait, spawning bass. See you in a minute. Now, would this bass have hit another bait, like say a chatterbait or a spinnerbait? Sure. Possibly, maybe not. Sometimes buzzbait bass are just that, buzzbait bass. And you could have gone back through after they were located, probably thrown a chatterbait, picked up one or two more, maybe thrown a spinnerbait, picked up one that a chatterbait fish wouldn't have hit. You could have gone back through again, thrown a small jig and a worm, a lizard, maybe picked up a couple more because you've located them in this particular area. But for fun, early in the year, you can throw a buzzbait. You can catch fish off the beds, you can catch fish that have just come off the beds, and you can catch fish that are going to go on the beds. As soon as that water temperature reaches 55 or above, they'll hit a buzzbait. Not as readily as when the water is 70 or 75 or 80 degrees in the morning or the late evening, but this is a bright sun today. The temperature is 75 degrees. It's during the spawn. Bass are on beds. I'm pulling them off with a Booyah buzzbait. You definitely can catch them on topwater right here, northeast buzzbaits. Throwing a buzzbait like that, the key is to turn your handle. Hold the rod tip up, turn your handle so that the bait is already spinning. The blade is spinning when the bait hits the water. You don't want it to be sinking down right away. You want that bait to already be moving. As soon as it hits the water, you want to be ready to set the hook. You want to hesitate for just a second. As soon as you feel that fish on there, you got to really set the hook and watch the way you play it. Try to keep it down. It's easy for them to throw a buzzbait just like it is a rattle trap or a crankbait. See how that bait and slow it up. Sometimes give it a little hop. Just hold your rod tip up real high. Give it a little hop. Have that bait moving when it hits the water. it gets caught on a lily pad, just point your rod right at it and pull, it'll come right off. The trick is just pointing your rod right at the bait when it gets hung up, and then just pull, it'll come right off. You want to throw it right into the heaviest cover. Work it around. Use your rod to maneuver the bait around the different structure. Don't be afraid to throw it into real shallow water like this. You can throw it right up into water that's 6 to 8 inches deep. Keep that bait moving. Different angles, repetitious casts. Don't just make one cast. Make a lot of different casts. Vary your retrieve. Really set that hook hard when they strike. I like to use a cranking stick or a glass rod, something like that with a buzzbait. There we go. It's on my way back in. Wanted to get out of here. It's Easter and 11:30. Gonna go home, have some lunch, make an Easter dinner. It's about 85 degrees. I thought I'll throw the chatterbait on the way in. I've caught all those bass on the buzzbait, and it's hot, sunny, bright sun. I thought I'll hit the pads here that are about 3 feet deep, and threw the chatterbait in here. Wham! Caught this one on the way back in. So I'll keep working for another couple hundred yards back into the dock. And if I don't see you, I'll see you guys next time. Happy Easter to everybody from the Bass College. We'll see you guys down on the water.